Ready.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Fitness Business Show. We are going to be talking about consistency and content within your fitness business. So obviously we were just talking, dude, about what we've been up to, and obviously we haven't done a show for a few weeks because we've just been like flat out, and because
manic.
What we need to let people know is we are both in the field, actual business owners. We are not sitting on a beach with a laptop somewhere selling dreams of £1 trillion courses. All right, Guru lifestyle, right? So we were saying about, which I found was interesting, that you've been working on content for PT Toolbox.
Yes.
Question, man, is there not enough content in that already?
There is a load of content, but the thing is, what I'm trying to do is get everything in my brain onto PT Toolbox. So there's some stuff that definitely won't go on there because that just would not be appropriate for humans. But other than that, if you think about just our online workshop section, that suspension training, club bells, spinning, all of those courses, plus you've got anatomy, nutrition, marketing, business, all that stuff. So it's basically for the next probably like 5 years of my life will just be content writing to make it the ultimate resource for PTs. I mean, at the moment, there's probably about 100 hours of content on there.
Okay.
But I think the end goal is about 2,000 hours of content.
So look, man, the reason I asked that question is because I don't think you can ever produce enough content. That's by the way, guys, that's not a small cup. He has got huge hands. So content. I did this in my own. I keep saying this every time that I'm going to post a link to my group underneath one of these videos, and I never do it. I'm really sorry because I just get distracted.
We forgive you.
Well, that's all right. So look, I did the same to my group this week about your content. So obviously, look, you're a business owner first. You might think that you're a personal trainer first, but you need to get out of that mindset. You're an actual 100%. Business owner first, and we've talked about this: the personal training, your product, or boot camp, or semi-pro, whatever you should do, right? But your content needs to be consistent. You need to show up frequently. So if you are so the worst thing I see is people who produce like a recipe, and they do that for 3 or 4 weeks, and then they produce no more recipes. You can't do that. If you think you produce, try that again. If you think you're producing enough content, I have, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 people working on content for me, and we're still not producing enough content. So if you're a one-man band, you sure as hell ain't. It's got to be consistent, but first and foremost, your content has to be relevant. Just because you think pictures of your Tupperware box, your meals in it, right? If you think that's content, then it might be if what the audience you're trying to attract relate to. Yeah.
Well, I actually had this conversation this morning. So I went to meet a guy, just have a catch up on a coffee. He's like a local business owner.
Yeah.
And he's just started social media for like a meal prep company.
Okay.
And the kind of top tips that I gave him was that the content needs to be relatable to your audience, but also if you have some sort of honesty and vulnerability there, and you use your own tone of voice and you show honesty to your audience, people are going to relate to that so much more than hi, man, trying to be someone you're not, or trying to present something that you're not. Like I tried that years ago and it fucked me royally.
It's never a good idea to pretend to be somebody else.
100%.
Like at the end of the day, we can all talk about the psychology of the faces that we wear every day, that, you wear a different face and all that kind of stuff, right? But ultimately, your sound of your business needs to echo your brand. Now, the problem is that people don't understand. Okay, people don't understand brand. They don't tend to understand what actual content is. If that's you right now, then go look that shit up.
Yeah, definitely.
YouTube's a great fucking do you know it's the second biggest search engine, YouTube?
I'm surprised it's not number 1 yet, to be honest.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's being told that it's second, and actually it's number 1, because obviously. But you know what? It is a monster, and there are some. You'll learn which people are good to follow and which ones aren't good to follow. But just Google on, go onto YouTube, and just put in content creation for business in 2019, and there'll be some cool dude out there who's create a fucking great video that'll show you how to do that. Put it into Google. Find that stuff. It's really, really, really important. So, as a classic example, so from a media point of view, we got a client here, and her family. She's not going to be in this group, so it's all good. So her family own an estate agent, quite big an estate agents. They've got offices all across North Devon, right? And Chris actually mentioned, hey, do you know what? Why don't you advertise on Facebook and stuff like that? And she went, oh no, I leave that to the online people. So like Purple Bricks and all that kind of stuff that don't have massive overheads and lots of fucking facilities everywhere.
Yeah.
We do it that way. And they're still working on that established, it's okay, we have a good reputation in the town, we're known in the town. But you know what? But they're also an older company. So the 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds, they're not going to go there. They're going to be looking at, They're going to be looking at we're going to pay this company X percentage, or I can go on to Purple Bricks and not pay any fucking commission. It's a no-brainer, right? But just because you can't. So anyway, Chris's final comment was, well, you'll be out of business in 10 years. And as horrible 100%. As it sounds, it's going to be the way, because Mr. Purple Bricks or Hugh Move that we got down here and stuff like that, them guys have no overheads.
Exactly. And the thing is as well, if a lot of business, in my opinion, is about evolving and adapting to your circumstances over time.
Yeah.
And a company like the traditional brick and mortar estate agents, that big with that much of an overhead for their business, they're going to find it hard to maneuver. They can't, switch things up as quickly as, say, Purple Bricks, which are literally just online. They can change anything they want in a matter of minutes or hours. If they don't keep up with a strong, relevant social media message, then like Chris said, they will die eventually, because nobody will be aware of them.
Absolutely. So the reason I bring that up, and you're thinking, how's that relevant to us? I have spoken to and met in my time personal trainers who are lucky enough to be over 1 or 2 in their town, or to have built a really well-established business and have that mindset that we're already known as the best in town. And that closed-off mentality, I'm going to be, so if you're that person right now and you're lucky enough to be living in a town or a city or a village or anywhere where you're the only PT in the village, but if you're under 30, you won't get that. But it's a stupid mentality to be in. You've got to be everywhere. Don't ever let up. And this is the same with your content. You can't let up on your content. So it's relevance. So how does your audience respond? How do you like to produce your content? So video is obviously very strong. Video works well on YouTube from a long form point of view. It works well on Facebook, but it's got to be very short, sharp, to the point. Because the best way it was described to me was like Facebook video is like having TV screens on the motorway.
Yeah.
Because remember, you've got to remember that Facebook is interruptive marketing. So the reason, like if you put up a 33% off, buy one, get one free, some kind of thing like that, what you're trying to do is it's not necessarily the offer, you're trying to stop somebody doing that.
Exactly.
And capturing them. But you don't always want to be the fucking offer. You don't want to have to stop people with offers. So you've got to be thinking, how else can I stop them? So good, informative video with a strong message behind it will help. Anything that will help that person move from pain to no pain.
Exactly.
With good copy, good heading, bang. It might not be a bad idea to get people like Mike Samuels and stuff on there, mate, and they can talk about strong headlines and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, I think as well with the with social media, you've spoken a lot in the past, like on our past podcasts and the interviews and stuff that we've done about your awareness campaigns. And I think so many personal trainers make the mistake of just doing sales, offers, pitch, and all that fucking nonsense, which understandably has a place and a time on your social media. But in my opinion, the strategy that would be better employed is build awareness over weeks, months, whatever, and then try and get them onto a separate system to gain contact details. So grab their email address, build them on an e-list, and then you can start putting out more content, more offers, more sales.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the whole point is about warming your audience up.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you ever get to see like a live TV show, before it goes live, they have comedians, they have people come on it's their job to get the audience warmed up and responsive and listening and tuned in. And then the main act comes on, or the show starts, and people are already like good spirits, ready to listen, ready to laugh.
Exactly.
It's the same with your social media. If you're just literally hitting people over there like, we have an offer on this, buy my stuff, this is this, you lose your audience. The awesome thing that good thing, bad thing, I'm not answering that. Good thing, bad thing is that Facebook enabled you to now just instantly, with a click of a button, go, don't want to see this.
Exactly, which I've used a lot.
Of course, I've used it, but also if you're using it, your fucking audience is using it.
100%.
So, if you're unfortunate enough to, like us, to have 9,100 million fucking PTs in your town, all basically shouting the same shit, buy my cheap product, I have 10% off, buy one, get one free, PT's only £5, then people are going to switch off, right?
The other thing is,
what we don't do.
The other thing is, like, the social media kind of content going out, in my opinion, as I said, this is a firm belief of yours, I believe as well, is that you should use social media content to establish authority and then build that know, like, trust.
Yes.
And like you say, you just warm them up. It's very simple. You just use content that you resonate with and you think very deeply about your target audience. That's it.
Yeah. You've got to know how your audience responds.
100%.
So if you are strictly a strength and conditioning facility and you only work with strength and conditioning athletes or people who are into that kind of thing, and you're not necessarily in the weight loss market or the general fitness market or the bodybuilding market, and it's just strictly, so your content then, and the audience, the person you're trying to attract are people who are turned on by strength and conditioning. That's what they're interested in. Yeah. Your content should be about, and it doesn't, and you can convert people over, obviously, but your content should be telling people about why work with you as a strength conditioning athlete or PT over working with General Bob up the road who does a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
Okay?
I mean,
and your content represents that.
That comes down to, again, just knowing your niche, knowing their problem, knowing their pain, and then giving value and giving content that solves that problem to some extent.
Absolutely. So for me, we do it all, right? And people might go, oh yeah, but you can't do it all. Yeah, I can, because I've got coaches that are specific with them to kind of targets.
Exactly.
Because like Tesco's, you go into Tesco's, they don't just sell fucking bread. They sell milk, they sell furniture, they sell holidays, they sell fucking banking, insurance, because they're a business, right? Yeah. But I get the niche thing. I do kind of understand it, but I'm like, why have one slice of the cake when I can have a couple of slices of the cake?
Yeah, true.
So I just bring in the coaches that will support that service that we offer.
That's exactly it. But that's the thing, is it's like Tesco selling holidays, insurance, banking. Yeah. It's like you having a coach for holidays, insurance, banking. You are niche in a larger business model. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. So what we're trying to get at, guys, is that you've got to be consistent with whatever it is you produce. You've got to be consistent. So if you go, oh great, I've come up with a good content idea, cool, and it will take time, and you will have to put some money behind it. You will have to let your audience know. There is a little bit of a change in the game at the moment, where because of I'm using Facebook as an example, because obviously this is where you're watching this right now. Facebook's making it a little bit more difficult to get your ads passed, depending on what fucking text and copy and stuff you put in it. And it seems to be a bit of a lottery. Sometimes it'll just go through and you think, I don't know how, because they just turned down 4 ads that had the same words in it.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of drive now showing that how you can get more organic reach, which is great. But again, to get organic reach, you need to be creating content that gets engagement. So you produce a piece of organic content on your page, somebody really likes it so much so that they share it. Once they share it, other people that aren't necessarily connected with your page get to see it. So it's producing content that gets shared, that gets viewed, that gets interaction. Then Facebook go, oh, somebody must really like that because it's been shared 12 times without any money behind it.
Exactly.
That's where the power of producing good content. I might be wrong, but that's, from my understanding, that's going to get you a bit more value. Then there's the paid route. Then you're going to pay people to view your stuff.
So going back to your kind of saying about consistency.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I've noticed in my business is when I block out time to do, for example, I say, right, I'm going to write 4 Facebook posts to go out every Monday, and I'm going to write 4 Facebook posts to go out every Tuesday.
Yeah.
I will spend one whole day doing that on a Sunday, first Sunday of the month, for example. And then all I do is auto-schedule them. But then the engagement is that much higher because the consistency is making people think, oh, okay, there's going to be another one. They build anticipation and they want to see the next post. Same with my email marketing, same with everything.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I stop that, the engagement drops off the earth because people won't look for the next one because there's no schedule. And you can even use that in your social media posts and say, look out for my next one, my next recipe on Monday.
Yeah.
And then people will actively look for it, and that will boost your engagement with shares and likes and comments.
If your audience are into recipes.
Exactly, good sir.
But absolutely, but you're absolutely right. Don't create something and then let it drop off. I know it becomes, at the end of the day, the marketing game is kind of changing. It's not as simple as create a flyer, post it through the door, or post a Facebook ad and hope. People have been. The cool thing about social media is it gives you access to people that wouldn't ordinarily have access to you, right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But the negative side of it is your audience have seen not just you, but seen every fucking thing else. So PTs, fucking cars, fucking socks, scarves, whatever it is. Their timeline is literally bombarded with fucking ads for something they showed any. Because obviously, the way the bots work is that they pick up on the fact of what you've looked at. So you go and look at something on Google, and then suddenly you're thumbing through, and that ad comes up on the side of your, on the side of your Facebook page. It's recognizing that. So imagine if you're just a regular Joe at home, and then literally all they want to do is find out how their sister got on today, because obviously they don't fucking call each other anymore. But you go on you go on Facebook to find out what people are up to, and then you got ad after ad after ad after ad. It's turning people off. Sadly,
exactly. This is the thing. Say again, sorry?
I said, mate, I think sadly Facebook will be its own undoing. I think it'll be Facebook that brings Facebook down.
Probably, because that's kind of actually related to my next point, which is the whole point of Facebook marketing is disruptive marketing.
That's right.
But now we're getting to a point where it's so saturated, where people are seeing adverts so much that you now need to disrupt the disruption.
Yes.
And that's why your copy, your images, your targeting need to be disruptive more so now than ever. Like I'm seeing that with our ads have to be completely just fucking plain in your face. Are you a personal trainer? Fucking read this. Or are you a personal trainer? Watch this video. And that's working really well for us. We're getting loads of engagement in our ads.
Yeah.
We're getting leads for 50p a click. Like we're getting some really, really good kind of rates and stuff on there, some good numbers. And I think if you're a personal trainer, one of the best things you can do is go to people like Mike Samuels and Stephen Craven and learn good copy, good Facebook ad skills. Yeah. If you can't afford to go and speak to them, then go on places like YouTube, go on things like Udemy or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And there's Facebook courses on there.
I mean, I'm speaking for them, but they're pretty cool guys, and they're not gonna go fuck off. You can't afford us, don't bother me. But don't take the piss either. Don't expect them to write your fucking copy for you, and keep sending them copy, going, "Oh, Mike, can you just take a look at this for me and correct anything for me?" Because they're not going to do that either. But
exactly,
they will take 5 minutes to kind of give you some, good advice. They're good people, man. They're business people, but they're good people.
Yeah. Don't bother them on a Sunday. Just give them a message, say, look guys, need some help. And like you say, they'll probably get back to you. And if they don't, then find somewhere else. But there's a book here actually, Digital Marketing for Dummies.
Yeah.
And it's written by the guys at Digital Marketer. I think we'll do a little giveaway when this later on in UK PTs. We'll do it on the next podcast maybe.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Give people, but you know what, man? The only way they're going to win it is they got to fucking ask some questions.
I know, right?
Best question wins.
Yes, there we go. Done.
Right.
And I'll post it to him.
Right, best question wins. So if you've got questions on your business, on fitness business, growth, copy, fucking marketing, whatever it is that you feel you're struggling, if we can't answer it, we'll get a fucking expert in that can.
100%. We know a lot of people between us. We have a powerful network.
We do.
We're basically the Illuminati, just with bigger hands. So,
yes, with bigger hands. Yeah. So
I reckon if you had to summarize your 3 main tips for social media content, what would they be?
Consistency, creativity. So making sure that it's fucking exciting. There's nothing more boring than you just fucking boring. And pay attention. So as in pay attention to what your audience responds to.
Fuck nice. That's worth at least 997.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about yourself, mate?
See, I think first of all, it has to be know your niche, just in as much detail as possible. Even if you're selling multiple products, you have an advert for each one, or you have different posts for each niche, whatever. And then from that, know your niche, and then add as much value as possible to warm up your audience.
Yeah.
And then number 3, get those people somewhere else where you can capture data off of Facebook, be it a lead ad or an email list on your website, pop-ups, whatever. But don't rely on Facebook, because as you said, Facebook could fold at any time. Realistically, it's probably going to be their own undoing. Do you want to rely on them as your only marketing channel? Probably not.
Certainly not.
Pow. That's pretty awesome.
So I hope did we stay on course? Did we get distracted? Hey guys, you can tell us.
I think that was pretty good.
I think so. So yeah, just summarize, guys. Just be consistent. Produce content that your audience is going to be engaged with. Test it. Put it out there organically. Split test it. Put it out there as an ad. And if you are producing as an ad, make sure you put some kind of custom audience and targeting behind it. So you can retarget people that have shown an interest in your content.
The other thing, I'm just going to add in one little more tip.
Go on.
Is that people forget the power. If you have already got an email list of some description of doing lookalike audiences on Facebook and finding more people like the people that already interact with you, and going that route, because that's something we're experimenting with at the moment. It's super powerful.
It is. And again, if all this stuff goes, I don't know what it is. YouTube, how to create a lookalike audience, how to do targeting, how to do retargeting, how to add a pixel to my pages, which a lot of people fucking don't. That kind of stuff, right? So it's all out there. We're not talking about something from a secret society club that we're only like tuned into. But so it's there, guys. We learned the same way. I learned by basically reading, watching, speaking to Stephen Craven, paying Stephen Craven to come and spend fucking a day with us down here, and going through it all, and then more. And then other people that I'm working with and other people that I speak to. Because, I'm invested, man.
Exactly. And if you don't invest in your business, no one's going to invest in you.
Yeah.
But also, absolutely. Shameless plug, hopefully by mid-February, our Facebook Marketing Mastery course will be available on PT Toolbox. So that tells you pretty much everything we've covered is in that course.
Good.
Mad brother. So if anybody wants that, pttoolbox.co.uk, free trial, boom. Get some knowledge gains.
How much does it do?
$49.99 a month, but you get
$49.99.
That's the one.
So 50 fucking quid. Okay, right. This is the thing with Josh. Over the time, we're kind of like going into something else, but Josh, over the time, you've probably signed up to fucking membership sites, joined, pay this, right?
Yeah.
Look, the way I always put these things, what Josh has put together, and what's actually available to you is ridiculous for 50 quid. Now, you might think 50 fucking quid's a lot of money, but if you think about the time, effort, he's just said there's 100 hours of fucking content, plus he's constantly adding into it and adding more to it. And I get nothing from this. I wish I did, but I don't get anything from it, right? But it's only fucking useful to you if you use it.
100%.
That's like a client coming to you, giving you payment for PT and never fucking turning up.
Yeah.
It's no use to them unless they do the work. So Josh is going, there is a tool here which would take you through, and we are always upgrading it, always updating it, bringing it up to date for the price of 50 quid. But whoever's group you're using that you're paying for is only useful if you actually take the fucking information on board and you check it
Exactly.
in. Guilty of doing that. Guilty of being a member of people's pages and sites and groups and stuff like that and paying for it. Thinking I'd be really good. The guys will look at it and they've got even less time than me. So I don't. You know what I mean? So it's only a waste of money if you're not going to fucking use it. So £50 is fucking great deal. It's a bargain. But it's a waste of money if you don't use it.
100%. Good times. I think that's pretty much it for today. Like, I think we've covered quite a lot.
I think so, dude.
Again, if anybody wants to comment below with topics for next week's live.
Questions,
comments,
man.
Win a free book. Yeah, get some.
By the way, if you notice these lights behind me, they keep fading in.
They're quite pretty. I like it.
That's my aura, man.
Have you cleansed it recently?
Yeah, no, I mean, look at it. It's fucking aura's just spewing out of me.
It's lovely. It's a lovely aura. There's an aura all over the screen.
Fucking everywhere, ain't it? Yeah. All right, cool. Look, guys, take care of yourselves. We'll see you all soon on the next fitness business show. Take care.
Until next time, much love. Peace out.